Hey guys, today we are going to be looking at math lesson 2.4 and we're going to be working on multiple step number stories. So last week we started working really focusing on number stories using the cube strategy, and we're going to take it a little bit further to where you're not just doing one problem, but you're going to be doing more than one. So it could be 2 or 3 steps. So that's where we get that multi-step number stories. When you are finished with the lesson, you will be working on completing your math boxes, and then you will be going to a website called eSpark. Some of you started it last week and were able to already take your placement test, but if you haven't already, you are going to do the placement test today. So today what we're going to be doing is using this poster of a snacks vending machine, and we're going to be using the items on here and how much they cost to solve some of these problems. So I want to start out just basic and go through the steps for this first problem. It says you have 80 cents in your pocket. Estimate, do you have enough money to buy 2 packages of the same snack? Which snacks? So I know that if I'm looking to see, first of all, I'm just estimating. So I'm trying to make a good guess. And then I also know that I'm looking to buy 2 of them, so I'm going to have to be adding them together. So I'm adding 2 of the same. So I'm going to look at this first one, the crackers. They are 30 cents each. So if I were to add 30 plus 30, that would get me 60, and I have 80, so I'm pretty sure I could get the crackers. That would be my first snack that I could buy 2 of. Now I see 55 and 55. Well, I know that 50 plus 50 is $1, and $1 is more than 80 cents. So I don't think I'm going to be able to buy anything that costs more than 50 cents. So that means when I look at pretzels, I can see that they're 65. So if I bought 2 of those, it would be over $1. So it's over the 80 cents that I already have. Raisins are 45 cents. So if I think about 40 and 40, if I just think about the tens place, that's 80, but then there's 5, 10 more, so raisins won't work. Rice cakes, again, they're 50 cents, so that's going to be $1. The water, 75 cents, I only have 80, so I could get 1 water and then have 5 cents left. The granola is 40 cents, so if I did 40 plus 40, that's 80, so I'd be able to get the granola. And it makes me wonder, if the granola is 40 cents and I am doubling that and I spend 80 cents, that's all the money I have, then I can only buy something that is less than 40 cents. So sunflower seeds is greater than 40 cents, but the mints are 35, so I could buy 2 of those. And the cheese sticks are 25, so I could buy 2 of those. So when I look at my problem, I know that I only had 80 cents and I wanted to buy 2 of the same snacks. So I bought crackers, or I could buy crackers, granola, mints, and cheese sticks. All right, so sticking with the poster, we are going to buy 1 package of mints and 1 package of granola. So my mints are right down here. I'm circling those numbers, and 1 package of granola is right here. So thinking about cubes, my numbers would be 40 and 35, not the 1 and 1, because that's just telling me how many packages I'm buying. Underlining how much will I spend. Well, if I'm buying 2 things, I know that I'm going to need to add. So I'm going to add my 2 amounts, 40 plus 35. And I like to write that vertically so that I can add my 1s and my 10s. So I'm going to write it vertical. I'm going to use that 40 and just add 35 here. 0 plus 5 is 5. 4 plus 3 is 7. So I would spend 75 cents to buy one package of mints and one package of granola. All right, so looking at my next problem, next part of my problem, it says there are 100 cents and $1. Imagine you have 100 cents. Do you have enough to buy the following? One package of peanuts and one box of pretzels. So thinking about cubes, I can see I have 100 cents and I have $1. I can also see I'm buying one package of peanuts and one box of pretzels, but it's asking me about money, so I'm going to go over to the side and I'm going to circle my peanuts over here, and my pretzels are right next to it. And so I really have to, on this one, think about buying those two together. That's telling me to add. But I have to do some eliminating. So I don't really need to know, I'm not going to use this in solving my problem, that it's 100 cents. And I know that I'm buying one, so I'm just representing that one package with how much each of these cost. And the pretzels cost, or the peanuts cost 55, pretzels cost 65. When I put them together, 5 plus 5 is 10. And then 5 plus 6 is 11, plus that one more is 12. So if I only had $1 or 100 cents, I would not be able to buy those two because they are 120 cents. So those problems right there are single step problems. All I had to do was add. We're going to start looking at multi-step problems. And as we're doing multi-step problems, we are going to show the different steps that we use, and we're going to use our cube strategy. So this problem says you buy 2 packages of crackers and 1 package of sunflower seeds. How much money do you spend? So I see 2 packages and 1 package. Well, it's asking me how much money do I spend. I don't know. These are packages and packages, so I'm not going to really be adding the packages together. I need to find out how much these cost, so I'm going to use my poster. So my cracker is 30 cents, and my sunflower seeds are right here. They're 60 cents. So I'm going to kind of put them over here. So the crackers were 30 cents, and sunflower seeds were 60. So I'm just going to write it over there. Again, it's saying how much did I spend? I'm buying them. So I think I'm going to be adding. I need to evaluate this and think about it. I don't need to use these numbers. I do need to know that number, and I need to know that I'm using one package or buying one package. So I'm not going to really use it in solving and adding, but it's going to help me to understand this. So as I'm thinking about this, I could draw a picture to help me. So I could say, well, here's my crackers, and then my sunflower seeds, I'm going to do in a circle. So I had 2 packages. That's where that 2 came from. And that is 30 and 30. And then the sunflower seeds were 60. So one way that I could do this, if I think about using multiple steps, is to figure out how much the crackers cost. So I could do 30 plus 30, and that equals 60. And then I could take that 60 and add it to how much the sunflower seeds, which is 60. So I would have 60 plus 60, and that equals 120 cents. So for this problem, I had to do 2 steps. I had to first find out how much the crackers cost. Second, find out what the crackers and the sunflower seeds together cost. And I found out that it was 120 cents. All right, let's look at the next one. What costs more, 2 packages of mints or 3 packages of cheese sticks? Ooh, I gotta figure out what costs more. And I have to figure out how much more. All right, so I feel like we're gonna be doing multiple things. So thinking about cubes, I see 2 packages and 3 packages. I'm gonna underline the question, how much more? And it's asking me about cost. So it's not that I'm gonna just subtract 3 minus 2, because that's not telling me the cost of anything. So I'm not really going to use those numbers right now, but I do need to know how much the mint cost. So mints are 35. I'm going to put 35 over my mints. And the cheese sticks are 25. So I'm going to put 25 over there. Now I need to know what costs more, 2 mints or 3 cheese sticks. So I'm going to put 2 mints, and they're both 35. And then I need 3 cheese sticks. And they are 25 each. 25, 25, 25. So I need to know if I buy these 2 together, how much will it be? And if I buy these 3 together, how much will it be? So 35 plus 35 is 70. And then 25 plus 25 plus 25 is 5, 10, 15. Carry the 1, 2, 4, 6, and then 7. So part of my answer is to find out which is more. And 75 cents is more than 70. So the 3 cheese sticks cost more. But then remember, my question says how much more, and anytime I see how much more, I have to subtract. So I have to do 75 minus 70, and that equals 5. It costs 5 more cents to get 3 packages of cheese sticks than it does to buy 2 mints. All right, let's look at another one. It says you buy 5 packages of crackers. There are 2 crackers in each pack. You eat 3 of them. How many do you have left? So going through cubes, I see 5 packs. There are 2 crackers in each pack. You eat 3. So I see 3 numbers there. My question says, how many do you have left? This one is not asking me about how much it costs, so I don't really need this right now. All right, so box the math word. So I'm buying packs, and there's 2 crackers in each pack. That helps me. That's a math word. You eat. So I think about when I'm eating some, I'm going to take some away. How many do you have left? Well, let's try to evaluate some things. So I know I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it says there's 2 in each. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So if I find out how many he has at first, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So he has 10 crackers, but then it says that he eats 2, or eats 3 of them. So it looks like if he eats them, I'm not going to have 10 anymore. I'm going to have 10 minus 3, and that equals 7. So part of what we're going to be doing is writing out our number sentences that go with each step. So I want to write a number sentence to show this part of my problem. I could do a couple things. I could do 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, or I could do 5 times 2 equals 10, and then I'm going to take that 10 and then subtract 3 to equal 7. These are my 2 steps that I had to use to solve this problem. All right, let's look in your book. This is in your math journal, number 1. I don't have the page on my slide, but if you look in your book, you're going to look for lesson 2.4 and then finding this page right here. So we're going to use cubes to solve our number stories. So a package of rice cake contains 6 rice cakes. You buy 2 packages of cakes and then eat 4 rice cakes. How many rice cakes do you have left? This sounds very similar to the one that we just solved. Using cubes, I'm going to say, well, there are 6 rice cakes in a package. You buy 2, and then you eat 4. So thinking about underlining my question, how many rice cakes do you have left? Then I'm going to box in my math action words. I know eat is 1 because when you eat something, it gets taken away. A package of rice cakes contains 6 and you buy 2 of them. So I know that I'm going to need 2 packages and they both have 6 in them. So I need to think of a number model to figure out what is 2 rice cakes. So I could do 6 plus 6, or I could do 2 times 6, and that equals 12. So I have 12 rice cakes, but then I eat 4. So if I eat them, I'm subtracting. I'm going to do 12 minus 4, and that equals 8. My answer is 8 rice cakes. All right, let's look at number 2. I'm going to erase over here, and I'm going to click a different color. Okay, so it says you buy 5 packages of rice cakes, and you give away 15 rice cakes. How many rice cakes do you have left? Well, I still need to use that information up here that I found out that there's 6 rice cakes in a pack, but I buy 5 this time, and then I give 15 away. So there's my numbers. How many rice cakes do you have now? That's my question. And I have to box in the math words. So again, kind of this you buy, I give them away, which makes me think subtraction. So I'm going to go back and kind of evaluate this information and say, okay, I bought 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 6 in each. I can do my first part of my problem, which is to figure out how many rice cakes I had. So I'm looking at it and I see 5 groups of 6. I know that is 5 times 6, and that equals 30. So after I bought my rice cakes, I had 30. But I didn't stop. I had to give away. So I'm going to do 30 minus 15 that he gave away, and that is going to be 15. My answer is 15 rice cakes. I will have 15 rice cakes left over. So, as you looked at this page, one of the things that we're going to be doing with multi-step number stories is we will be having 2 number sentences. So with multi-steps, we're going to have 2 number sentences to help us answer that. At least 2. Sometimes you might have 3. You're going to be working to figure out the end or the total or how many you have left, whatever the problem's asking for, but it'll take 2 steps to find the answer. So your assignments for today, you're just going to do your math boxes for today, and then you're going to do the eSpark. For your activity, you are going to do a new game called eSpark, and it is a way to practice some skills. And I like this one because it will give you skills that you need work on. So today you're going to work on taking the placement test in the math one, and that way it'll tell you like what skills you should be working on, what level you're at, and then we'll be able to do this a couple times of the week to get some practice and some more of those skills. So the way that you get to it is you will need to go to Clever from the Perry Township page, and then you're going to want to click on the little owl that says L. Elan's page. So that is my personal page that I have put a link in for eSpark. And then from my page, you will find the little light bulb that says eSpark underneath it, and you will click on that, and you're going to log in with your Clever. It'll ask you to say how to pick a character, and then tell me how you're feeling for the day. Then you will complete a quest, and the first quest is going to be the placement test. Make sure that you go to math to do the math placement test. So after you complete the placement test, then you'll be done for the day for math. If you have any questions about how to get to eSpark, make sure that you ask me so that I can show you how to get on it.